All right, this is where we start actually solving equations for this. So we're going to be given some of the answers right out the gate. All right, so it shouldn't be too bad to get us started this week. Next week, we got a little bit more work, not much more, but this is our focus these last 2 weeks here. We're finding real zeros of these polynomial equations. We're going to verify the given factors and find the remaining factors. So we're going to use synthetic division to verify. If a term is a factor, the remainder has to be 0. So ultimately, we're going to write it in complete factorization. I'll tell you what that looks like. I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to list all the real zeros as well. So this first one, I give you a function. I tell you 2 of the factors. I want you to verify that those are factors. I need you to prove to me those are factors. To prove to me those are factors, you run it through synthetic division. Let's start with x plus 2, so that means I'm going to put -2 in there. All right, so you're going to run it through synthetic division. For something to be a factor, your remainder needs to be 0, so we need to end with 0. So we go ahead, we run it through synthetic. 2 times -2 is -4. We get -3 when we add, we get +6 here. Add straight down, we get 1. -2 times 1 is -2. We get 0. That's verified. All right. Now, x plus 2, verified. X minus 1, I need to verify. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop another box down. And if x minus 1 is a factor of the top, it's also a factor of what we ended up with here. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to drop down the 2. I'm going to take this negative x minus 1. I'm going to plug it outside and run that through synthetic, just what I have left. All right, so I want to end up with 0 here. All right, and that's what we should end up with. 1 times 2 is 2. We get -1. -1 times 1 is -1. We get 0. We got a blue check verified right there. Now, I need to write the rest of it factored out, and I need to list all the zeros. Now, if I started my function with x cubed, it should have been an x squared here. And then if I divide it again, this should be a 2x minus 1. There's my last factor. So the complete factored form here is 2x minus 1, the new one that we found, plus the other 2, the x plus 2 and the x minus 1. And if we were to multiply this entire polynomial out right here, that would be the factored form, or sorry, the polynomial up top would be what this factor form would factor into, or what this factor form would multiply to is the function up top. Now I need to write my zeros. Well, my zeros are 1/2, -2, and 1, just our solutions. All right. So verify, factored form, zeros. A couple more here. All right. This one, that's it actually. So one more. So verify using synthetic division. All right. So we set up our box. We go 1, -4, -15, 58, -40. I know I want to end up with 0 at the end, so I'm going to automatically put it and drop down the 1. It doesn't matter which factor you do first. X minus 5 is listed first. I'm going to do that one second this time just because. So x plus 4, the 0 is -4. We run through synthetic. We get -8. We get 32. We get 17. We get -4 times 17. Sorry, -68. There we go, -10. My mind was blanking. We get a +40. We are good to go. X plus 4, verified. Now, again, if it's a factor of the first polynomial, it's a factor of the result here as well. So I just drop down another box, drop down the 1, run through synthetic again, but I'm going to send 5 through this time. 5 times 1, 5, we get -3, we get -15, we get 2, we get a positive 10. Now, that's all the factors I have to verify. Plug the variables back in. We started with an x to the 4th. This should have been an x cubed if we plugged in variables. I don't care that it is now, but this one's an x squared. So this is something we can factor. And it's usually something pretty easy to factor. So we go x minus 2, x minus 1. There's 2 of our factors. Now, do not stop there. X minus 2, x minus 1. I need to rewrite my factors I had in the beginning. So I have x minus 5 and then x plus 4. That's the complete factorization of the polynomial that we started with. Now all we do is just pull out the solutions, 2, 1, 5, -4, and we are done. All right, that's all we're looking at this week.